Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of collectible coins and their unique stories. Today, first up, we've got something special to discuss: the 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny, specifically a coin with a unique gray shade, no mint mark, and in fine condition. You might be wondering, could a seemingly common penny like this have any real value on today's collector market? Well, get ready to be surprised. This coin we're talking about today is a Lincoln Memorial Cent, which has become quite iconic in American coinage. Before we dig into the value, let's talk a little bit about what makes the 1985 penny unique, the characteristics to look for in a gray-shaded coin, and why the no mint mark factor is important. The 1985 Lincoln Cent was minted by the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia typically don't have a mint mark, which explains why we see this no mint mark on our 1985 penny here. But that's not unusual by itself. What is unusual is this gray shading. This could be from natural toning over the years or environmental exposure. Let's talk a bit about the condition. The term fine condition refers to a circulated coin with visible wear but all major details still intact. Collectors typically grade coins on a scale from poor P1 up to mint state MS70, and fine falls in the mid-range. While this condition isn't pristine, it's still desirable to collectors, especially when paired with unique characteristics. This gray shade can add an interesting appeal for collectors. While the color itself doesn't directly increase the coin's market value, it adds character and makes it more distinctive, possibly making it more attractive to some buyers. Now, let's talk value. The key factors for determining a coin's worth are rarity, demand, and condition. While the 1985 penny was widely produced and isn't inherently rare, certain unique factors like the absence of a mint mark and an unusual color might make this particular coin more collectible. In recent years, we've seen an uptick in demand for unique or visually distinct Lincoln cents from this period. Collectors love anything with a distinctive look, and even small details like toning or unusual shades can drive up a coin's appeal. But remember, because there were so many of these made, only a small percentage will actually hold a significant market value unless they're in exceptional condition or have an error. Okay, so let's get to the question everyone is here for: what's it worth? In fine condition, a standard 1985 no mint mark penny generally fetches between $36,000. However, if a coin has a unique appeal like toning or discoloration, it could sell for $95,000 on the collector market. The gray shading could potentially make it more appealing to certain niche collectors, and they may be willing to pay anywhere from $100,000. If you're thinking about selling a 1985 Lincoln Cent like this, here are a few tips. First, always make sure to take high-quality photos that showcase its unique color and detail. Second, list it on a reputable coin auction site, as coin collectors often visit these looking for specific pieces. Finally, research recent sales so you can price it realistically. For those of you interested in collecting, keep an eye out for coins with distinct toning or unusual features. Even if they're not rare, these can make interesting and valuable additions to a Lincoln Cent collection over time. Here's a fun fact: in 1985, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these pennies. So while they're not exactly rare, that doesn't mean they're worthless. Unique coins like this gray-shaded, no mint mark 1985 penny are a great reminder that even the most common coins can hold a little bit of extra value and intrigue. So, there you have it. The 1985 Lincoln penny in fine condition might not be worth thousands, but it can certainly hold a little more value if you know what collectors are looking for. Whether you're selling or just adding it to your collection, every coin has a story, and that's what makes collecting so rewarding. Next up, we're diving deep into the market value of a unique coin that many Australian collectors cherish: the 2010 Australia Day 50 cents coin. This coin commemorates Australia Day and is an iconic piece for both coin enthusiasts and those who love a bit of Australian history in their collection. If you own this coin or are considering adding it to your collection, stay tuned, because we'll cover all the details on its background, design, condition grading, and most importantly, the current market value if you have one in extra fine condition today. Let's jump right in. The 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin was part of a special release celebrating Australia Day, which is observed annually on January 26th. This day marks the landing of the first fleet at Port Jackson in New South Wales in 1788, and it has become a national holiday honoring Australia's history and culture. The Royal Australian Mint issued this coin as a tribute to the holiday, giving collectors a chance to own a piece of Australia's identity and heritage. This special 50-cent coin not only serves as legal tender but also stands as a symbolic reminder of the country's unity, freedom, and community spirit. Its release was welcomed by collectors, as it showcased a unique design different from the standard 50-cent coins. Since it was released more than a decade ago, this coin has gained a following in the numismatic community, especially among those looking for commemorative Australian coins. The 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin has an interesting and eye-catching design. The reverse side features a depiction of the Australian continent, with stylized images representing some of the country's iconic landmarks and symbols, as well as the date Australia Day 2010. The obverse side, as with most Australian coins, displays the profile of Queen Elizabeth II. The design speaks to the pride and spirit of Australia, showcasing its rich cultural landscape. The details are intricate, and in extra fine condition, these details are still visible and sharp, which enhances its appeal to collectors who value well-preserved commemorative coins. Now let's talk about the coin's condition, which is essential in determining its value. In numismatics, the term extra fine describes a coin that has been in circulation but still retains most of its original details. For this Australia Day 50-cent coin, an extra fine condition means most of the intricate details on the coin are still clear. Only slight wear on the highest points of the design. A noticeable luster may be present, though it might not be as brilliant as an uncirculated coin. Small blemishes may be visible, but they don't significantly impact the coin's visual appeal. Extra fine is a highly desirable grade because it suggests that the coin has been well preserved over time, making it more attractive to collectors compared to lower grade versions. So, what is this coin worth in today's collector market if it's in extra fine condition? The market value for the 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin varies depending on several factors, including demand, rarity, and market trends. This coin is popular among Australian collectors who are drawn to commemorative coins celebrating significant events. Australia Day coins, in particular, attract a steady interest due to their national significance. Demand can spike around Australia Day celebrations and when market trends show increased interest in commemorative pieces. The 2010 Australia Day coin is among the rarest of Australian 50-cent pieces. Finding one in extra fine condition does add value. As years go by, well-preserved pieces become scarcer, which helps increase their worth. As of today, an extra fine 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin typically fetches $47,000 on the collector market, though prices can occasionally go higher if the coin is in particularly excellent condition. Collectors value the coin for its commemorative appeal, and demand may push the price slightly above its face value, especially in niche auctions or when sold through specialized Australian numismatic platforms. The coin's value may continue to appreciate over time, especially if it remains well preserved. Australian coins with historical or commemorative significance have shown steady value growth, so it could be worthwhile to hold on to this piece. The 2010 Australia Day 50-cent coin is a cherished collectible that commemorates a pivotal part of Australian culture. For those lucky enough to own it in extra fine condition, its value is typically in the range of $47,000 in today's market. However, the true worth of this coin lies in its connection to Australia's heritage and the pride it represents. Whether you're holding on to it as a valuable addition to your collection or thinking of passing it on to another collector, this coin is a wonderful piece of numismatic history that's sure to spark conversations and pride. Next up, we're diving into an intriguing coin from Australia that has become quite the collector's item, the 1967 Australia 20 cents brown shade coin. In today's video, we'll explore what makes this coin unique, discuss its origins and design, and break down its collector's market value today. So if you're a fan of Australian coins or just love hearing about rare finds, stick around. The 1967 Australia 20 cents coin holds a special place in Australia's coinage history. This coin is part of a series first introduced in 1966, right after Australia adopted the decimal system. It replaced the old one-shilling coin, marking a transition into decimal currency and the beginning of a new era in Australian money. The 1967 Australian 20 cents coin is made from copper nickel, which gives it that shiny silver look that collectors love. But there's something really special about this specific issue of the 20 cents coin that has captured collectors' interest: the unusual brown shade that appears on some coins. Now, if you've ever seen one of these coins with a brown shade or dark tint, you're witnessing a unique natural effect. This brownish color is the result of oxidation. Over the years, some 1967 20 cents coins developed this characteristic patina, which can make the surface appear darker or even show a brown hue. This happens due to environmental exposure, moisture, or the way the coin was stored. But why is this oxidation special? It's actually quite rare to see these coins with an even, brown shade that still retains the coin's finer details. This brown shade phenomenon is highly collectible because it's uncommon, giving the coin a unique character that regular 20 cents coins simply don't have. Let's talk condition. When we say this 1967 Australian 20 cents coin is in fine condition, it means that, although it has been circulated, most of its details are still visible. Fine condition coins will generally show some wear, especially around high points like the Queen's head on the obverse and the platypus on the reverse. For a coin of this age, fine condition is actually quite decent and will definitely attract interest from collectors, especially if it has that desirable brown shade. So, how much is a 1967 Australian 20-cent coin with the brown shade worth today? In the collector's market, this coin's value can fluctuate depending on factors like its condition, the intensity of the brown shade, and the demand from buyers. Let's break it down. In general, a 1967 Australia 20-cent coin in brown shad fine condition with any special shade might typically fetch $188,000. So why do collectors pay a premium for this brown shade variety? Simply put, it's all about uniqueness. Collectors are always looking for coins that stand out from the rest, and a naturally occurring brown patina is something that can't be replicated easily. It gives the coin a bit of history, making it a unique conversation piece in any collection. On top of that, Australian decimal coins from the 1960s are becoming more popular among collectors. Coins like this, with rare variations or natural aging effects, often increase in value over time, especially as more collectors seek them out. The 1967 Australian 20-cent brown shade coin is a fascinating piece of Australian coinage. While its exact market value depends on its appearance and demand, these coins generally hold a steady place in collections and have shown moderate value growth over the years. If you're someone who loves coins with character and a bit of mystery, this brown shade 20-cent coin could be a wonderful addition to your collection. Plus, with Australian decimal coins growing in popularity, who knows, it might even turn out to be a solid investment in the future. Next up, we're diving into the world of Australian coins, specifically the Australia 50 cents 2014 extra fine condition coin. If you're a collector or someone who's just getting into numismatics, you're going to want to stick around for this one, because we're discussing some serious collector value that could surprise you. Let's start with a quick overview of the coin itself. This is the 50-cent coin from Australia, minted in 2014. It's a part of a long-standing series of 50-cent coins, which often feature unique designs and commemorate important events in Australia's history. In 2014, the Australian Mint issued a 50-cent coin featuring the Australian coat of arms, as well as various other designs that highlight Australia's heritage and national identity. These designs are often part of limited series or specific commemorative events, making them especially attractive to collectors. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about the condition of this coin? Well, if you've been following this channel, you know that coin condition plays a huge role in its value. Extra fine condition means that the coin has minimal wear with sharp, well-defined details. You won't see any heavy scratches or visible marks, just a slight hint of circulation, and that's what makes it extra fine. The better the condition, the higher the potential value on the collector market. Okay, let's get to the big question: how much is this 2014 50-cent coin worth today? When we talk about coins in extra fine condition, we're already looking at a coin that's in relatively high demand. For a regular circulated 50-cent coin, you'd be looking at its face value, but with an extra fine example, that's where things change. As of now, the market value for an extra fine 2014 Australian 50-cent coin ranges $30,000 depending on the market and any potential fluctuations. For a modern circulating coin in mint condition, this is a solid increase from its original face value of 50 cents. So why is this particular coin worth more than its face value? Well, there are a few factors at play here. First, as I mentioned earlier, the condition of the coin is key. The extra fine grade signals to collectors that this coin has been well preserved, making it desirable to those who focus on collecting coins in pristine form. Second, the design of the 50-cent coin often plays a role. The Australian Mint tends to release limited edition designs, and these commemorative coins tend to fetch a higher price. Coins like this, featuring national symbols such as the coat of arms, tend to attract collectors who appreciate Australia's cultural and historical identity. Finally, rarity also adds to the coin's value. This specific 2014 coin might be super rare. Some of the 50-cent coins released in limited numbers or with special designs can become more valuable over time. Now, let's talk about where this coin could go in the future. Coin collecting is as much about timing as it is about rarity. While the current value is $30,000 over the next decade, it could potentially see an increase in value if it's well kept, and if demand increases due to interest in Australian history and culture. If we look at some of the previous coins in this series, like the 50-cent coins from earlier years, their value has been steadily climbing. So this 2014 edition could follow suit, especially if demand spikes due to future collectors looking for specific years or designs. So where can you find one of these? For those of you looking to buy one for your collection, you can check out websites like eBay, Etsy, or local numismatic dealers. Be sure to check the coin's condition carefully. Even if it's labeled as extra fine, always double-check the details or ask for high-resolution photos before purchasing. And if you're thinking about selling one, the best place is also online platforms or auction sites. Just make sure you've done your research, know the condition of your coin, and check for any listings of similar coins to get an idea of the current market. The 2014 Australia 50-cent coin in extra fine condition. A small piece of Australian history that can carry a surprisingly high value for collectors. If you're holding on to one of these in good condition, it could be worth more than you think. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating coin from down under, Australia's 20-cent coin from 1978. Not just any regular coin, but the very special silver-shaded 20-cent piece, which holds incredible value in today's collector's market. So, if you're curious about its worth, or if you're lucky enough to have one in your collection, stick around. First, let's take a look at this iconic 1978 Australian 20-cent coin. At first glance, it may seem like your everyday circulating coin, but it actually has a very interesting history and unique design. The Australian 20-cent coin was introduced in 1966 as part of the country's decimal currency system, replacing the shilling. The 1978 version, however, stands out due to its silver-shaded appearance and limited mintage. On the obverse of this 20-cent coin, you'll find the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, as designed by Arnold Machine, a familiar sight on many of Australia's coins. On the reverse, the coin features an image of an Australian lyrebird, a beautifully intricate design by Stuart Devlin. This bird, native to Australia, is known for its incredible singing ability, which ties in beautifully with the country's natural heritage. Now, let's talk about its condition. The 1978 Australian 20-cent coin in very good condition is a real gem in the collector's market today. When we say very good condition, we're talking about a coin that has minimal signs of wear, and the features like the lyrebird design and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait are still clear and defined. It's not an uncirculated or mint condition coin, but it's still considered highly desirable by collectors for its relatively well-preserved state. So, what makes this coin so valuable? Well, it's all about rarity, demand, and its connection to Australia's numismatic history. Although the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin wasn't initially considered a rare issue over the years, as the demand for Australian coins increased among international and local collectors, the 20-cent coin, especially the one in very good or better condition, started to see a rise in value. You'll find that the 1978 silver-shaded 20-cent coin has been auctioned for prices well above the regular value when in top condition, even reaching as high as $132,000 in some cases, depending on the demand at the time and the specific features of the coin. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these in uncirculated or proof-like condition, you could be looking at a much higher price. Value is just about money, it's also about the story and connection behind the coin. This particular coin has become a symbol of Australia's commitment to preserving its natural wildlife and heritage, making it a meaningful addition to any collection. Collectors aren't just looking for coins that are rare, they're seeking a piece of history, something that connects them to the culture and natural beauty of Australia. So what do you think? Is the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin a hidden treasure in your collection? Or maybe you've got one lying around in your pocket change? If you're interested in learning more about the market for Australian coins or need advice on how to assess the value of your own collection, make sure to subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. I cover everything from rare finds to tips on how to care for your coins so they maintain their value. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating coin from American history, the 1980 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. You might be wondering, could a common-looking penny from over 40 years ago really have significant value? Well, you're about to find out. Many of us grew up with these coins jingling in our pockets, but as collectors know, even these seemingly common coins can have hidden worth, especially when they're in great condition. So let's explore why collectors are interested in the 1980 Lincoln cent, what its value is in today's market, and how the condition can make all the difference. The Lincoln cent series has a long history, dating back to 1909. The coin's design has changed a few times, but it's still an enduring symbol of American coinage. The 1980 Lincoln cent was minted as part of the Memorial Reverse series, which features the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that ran from 1959 all the way through 2008. First, let's talk about why this 1980 Lincoln penny doesn't have a mint mark. Coins without a mint mark were typically produced at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint produced billions of these pennies in 1980, so at first glance they might seem quite common. But as we'll soon see, condition and rarity factors can add real value. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A coin in very fine condition, like this 1980 penny we're talking about today, has slight wear on the high points but still retains a good level of detail. You'll see Lincoln's profile is still sharply defined, and there's minimal smoothing around the edges of the portrait and the lettering. For a coin that's over 4 decades old, this is a pretty good state to find it in. Now let's get to what you've all been waiting for: the current market value for the 1980 Lincoln cent without a mint mark. In recent years, there has been a rise in interest in Lincoln pennies, especially in uncirculated or near mint conditions, but even very fine condition pennies are catching collectors' attention. A 1980 Lincoln penny in very fine condition could be worth around $46,000 on average in today's market. As inflation rises and the costs of producing pennies increase, collectors are starting to look at even these more recent pennies as pieces of numismatic history. The value of pennies, especially from the 1970s and 1980s, has been slowly climbing. This rise in interest has increased the prices of higher-grade pennies. One of the main factors driving the market value for these coins is the sheer difficulty of finding them in top-notch condition. Coins from the 1980s were heavily circulated, which means that finding a very fine or even uncirculated 1980 penny is becoming more difficult. When you do find one, it holds greater value to collectors who want well-preserved examples from each year. Another reason these pennies are popular is nostalgia. For many collectors, these coins hold memories of their youth. The memorial reverse pennies symbolize an era in American history, and people want to hold on to that. As younger generations of collectors grow up, they're likely to seek out coins from their childhoods, which can only help increase interest and value. Professional grading can also impact the value significantly. A graded 1980 penny in very fine condition may not jump up much in value, but once you reach uncirculated grades, you start seeing these coins sell for several dollars each. Remember, the higher the grade, the higher the value, especially for older pennies in pristine condition. So, if you've got a 1980 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, take a close look at it. Is it in very fine condition? If so, you might have something worth more than face value. But if it's in uncirculated condition, you could have a small treasure on your hands. Here are a few quick tips for Lincoln cent collectors. Check the condition first. The fewer scratches and dents, the better. Consider getting your best coins professionally graded if you believe they're in excellent condition. Keep an eye on the market trends. Even common dates can increase in value as they become more popular with collectors. And lastly, store your coins properly to preserve their condition for years to come. And that's the story behind the 1980 Lincoln cent without a mint mark. Even though it might just look like another penny, it has a place in American history and a growing spot in the collector's market. Who knows, it might be worth even more in the future. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Australia 20 cents silver-shaded 1980 coin, specifically the very fine condition version, and we'll be exploring just how much this coin is worth in today's collector market. Spoiler alert, you might be surprised by its value. Let's start with a quick rundown of the coin itself. The Australia 20 cents 1980 coin was released as part of Australia's decimal currency series, and while it's part of a regular coin set, this specific version has some notable features that make it particularly interesting for collectors. It's a silver-shaded coin, which is often misunderstood. Unlike coins made entirely of silver, the term silver-shaded simply refers to the way the coin's design has been finished, giving it a distinct, slightly frosted look. This gives it a unique appearance compared to its more typical copper-nickel counterparts. On the obverse, we see the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, which has graced Australian currency for decades. The reverse features a stylized Australian coat of arms, a design that has become synonymous with the nation's identity. Now, let's talk about condition. Condition plays a huge role in determining the market value of any coin, and the very fine condition of the Australia 20 cents 1980 coin is a key factor here. But what does very fine actually mean? In the world of numismatics, very fine means the coin shows minimal wear with sharp details and only slight signs of use. You'll still see all the major features clearly defined, and the design will retain its original beauty. While coins in worse conditions, like good or fine, still have value, it's those in very fine or better condition that really fetch a premium on the market. So if you happen to come across a 20 cents 1980 in this condition, you're already looking at a coin that has significant potential for collectors. Okay, let's get to the million-dollar question: how much is this coin worth today? Currently, the Australia 20 cents 1980 silver-shaded in very fine condition can range in value anywhere $140,000 depending on the market demand and where you're selling it. In some cases, if you're lucky and the coin has unique characteristics or has been preserved exceptionally well, the value might even creep higher. Coins like these are regularly seen on auction platforms like eBay, and sometimes they fetch prices on the higher end of that spectrum. That makes them an attractive option for collectors who want to get into Australian numismatics with breaking the bank. Now, for those of you considering whether this is a good investment, here's a quick tip: the value of Australian coins, especially ones from the late 20th century, tends to appreciate steadily over time, particularly when they're well maintained. So, while the 20 cents 1980 may not give you an instant windfall, it's likely to see gradual growth in value, especially if you hold on to it for a decade or two. If you're a collector who enjoys completing sets or just loves holding a piece of history, this coin is a great addition to any collection. As with all collectibles, the value will also be influenced by the rarity, demand, and the overall state of the numismatic market. So if you're thinking about adding the 20 cents 1980 to your collection, where should you look? You can find these coins at local coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, and at major auction houses. When buying or selling, always be sure to check the seller's reputation, the coin's authenticity, and of course the condition before making any transactions. The Australia 20 cents 1980 silver-shaded coin in very fine condition has a respectable market value, typically ranging $140,000. It's one of those coins you'll retire on. It's definitely a great piece to own for collectors who appreciate Australian numismatics. Next up, we're going down under to talk about a very special coin from Australia, the 2021 $1 donation dollar in extra fine condition. You might be surprised by how much this coin is worth on the collector's market right now, so stick around to find out more about its value and why it's becoming so sought after by collectors worldwide. Let's start with the basics. The 2021 Australian $1 donation dollar is part of the Australian Coin Donation Series, a series that was introduced to support various charitable causes. This coin features an iconic design that ties into Australia's spirit of giving, with proceeds from the sale of the coin going to various charity efforts. The idea behind this coin was to inspire people to contribute to charitable causes, and it's not just about the donation, it's about the significance behind it. Released in 2021, the coin commemorates the importance of charity in Australia, and it's struck with a standard $1 design on one side. But what makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors is its extra fine condition, which means it has been well preserved, and the design is crisp and clear with minimal wear. Coins in this condition, especially limited edition or special release coins, always have a higher market value. Now let's talk about the design, which is where this coin stands out. On the reverse side of the coin, we have a stunning depiction of a stylized image of a hand, symbolizing the act of giving, holding a heart-shaped globe. This visual element directly ties into the theme of donation and charity. Above the hand, the words "donate to charity" are inscribed, further emphasizing the cause behind the coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Jody Clark, which has been standard on Australian currency since 2015. This coin, made of cupronickel, has a diameter of 25 mm and it weighs 9 grams. The finish on the coin is of excellent quality, and in extra fine condition it is nearly flawless with just a slight hint of wear, which makes it all the more valuable in the eyes of collectors. Now, the real question, what's the value of the 2021 Australia $1 donation dollar today? In extra fine condition, this coin is fetching a market price that can really surprise you. As of today, the value for a single coin in extra fine condition ranges $9,000, but that price can fluctuate depending on the demand and availability in the market. Some auction houses have seen prices go even higher, especially for coins in pristine, uncirculated, or proof-like condition. So, why is this coin so valuable? Well, there are a few reasons. First, it's part of a limited release series tied to a meaningful cause, which automatically gives it more significance in the eyes of collectors. Second, as with all limited edition and commemorative coins, the rarity plays a huge role in driving up the value. The 2021 donation dollar has been minted in relatively small quantities compared to regular circulation coins, so that rarity gives it an edge in the market. Third, as collectors become more aware of the coin's significance in terms of charitable giving and the symbolism behind it, more people are looking to add it to their collections. This type of coin isn't just about its metal content or design, it also tells a story about giving back, and that resonates deeply with many people. Another factor is the collector market itself. Coin values are driven by trends, and as people recognize the importance of the 2021 donation dollar, its value could continue to rise in the coming years. If more people begin to collect these coins, particularly if charitable organizations continue to promote them, we might see even higher prices at auctions or in specialized coin markets. The 2021 Australia $1 donation dollar is a great example of how meaningful design and charitable causes can play a role in the collector's market. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just starting out, this coin is definitely one to keep an eye on in the future. Its value is climbing steadily, and it's a beautiful piece that holds both financial and sentimental value. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian coins, specifically the Australia 20 cents from 1973. This coin has gained attention among collectors not only for its design but also for its intriguing value in today's market. So grab your magnifying glasses and let's explore what makes this 1973 Australian 20-cent piece so special and valuable. The 1973 Australia 20-cent coin holds a unique place in Australian coinage history. Minted in the early days of decimal currency in Australia, it represents a shift from traditional British-influenced designs to a more modern and nationalistic look. The obverse of the coin, featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, gives it an unmistakable royal connection, while the reverse showcases an iconic design by Stuart Devlin, an acclaimed Australian artist and coin designer. Devlin's depiction of a platypus swimming through the water is both striking and symbolic of Australia's unique wildlife. It's a design that has stood the test of time, remaining popular with collectors worldwide. The 20-cent coin has long been a part of everyday Australian life, but early years like 1973 have started to attract serious attention from coin enthusiasts and investors alike. Now, what really makes a coin valuable on the collector's market? One of the most important factors is its condition, often determined by a grading scale. Today we're focusing on the 1,973 Australian 20 cents in very fine condition. In this grade, the coin still has sharp details, though it may show some light wear and tear. In very fine condition, you'll likely see clear details on the platypus's fur and some slight definition on the queen's crown. Another critical element driving the value of this coin is its rarity and demand among collectors. While the 20-cent coins from the 1970s were produced in large quantities for circulation, many have since worn down, been damaged, or lost. Coins that have been preserved in better conditions, like very fine or higher, have become harder to find. For collectors wanting a complete set of Australian decimal coins, this means coins from 1973 in such good shape are highly desirable. So let's get to the big question: what is the market value of a 1973 Australia 20 cents coin in very fine condition today? As of now, collectors can expect to see these coins priced $128,000 for a coin in very fine condition. However, this value can fluctuate based on market demand and the coin's appeal among collectors. Why would collectors be willing to pay these prices? It's just about the monetary value, also the historical significance and aesthetic appeal of these coins. The 1973 Australia 20-cent coin is part of an era when Australia was still establishing its unique national identity within its currency designs. For many collectors, owning a piece of this history is worth every penny. Furthermore, the fact that the platypus is a beloved Australian symbol adds to the appeal, especially among international collectors. If you're interested in adding a 1973 20 cents coin to your collection, here are some tips. First, always inspect the coin's condition carefully, using a magnifier if possible. Look for key details in the platypus design and the queen's portrait that signify a higher grade. Second, consider storing your coin properly to preserve its value. Using coin holders, protective flips, or even a display case can protect it from scratches, tarnish, and other damage. The 1,973 Australia 20 cents coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a little piece of history, a representation of Australia's unique wildlife, and a beloved collectible that continues to gain value. In today's market, a well-preserved example of this coin in very fine condition can be a great addition to any collection, valued $128,000 and potentially more in higher grades. Next up, we're diving into the story behind a fascinating U.S. coin, the 1981 Lincoln cent, known for its intriguing black shade without a mint mark, in very fine condition. This penny might look ordinary at first glance, but if you look closer, some collectors are willing to pay a premium price for it. We'll uncover what makes this coin special, why its condition matters, and how much it could be worth on the collector's market today. So if you have a jar of old pennies at home, stay tuned, this could be your chance to spot a valuable find. Let's start with a quick history of the 1981 Lincoln cent. This penny is part of the ongoing Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design has featured the famous profile of President Lincoln on the obverse side ever since. However, in 1981, the U.S. Mint produced these coins using 95% copper and 5% zinc. This was the final year before they switched to the copper-plated zinc composition in 1982 due to rising copper costs. Most 1981 Lincoln cents were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Philadelphia didn't use a mint mark on pennies, which is why you'll see that this coin has no mint mark under the date. But what about that mysterious black shade? Let's get into it. One unique feature of some 1981 Lincoln cents is a dark or blackish shade. Now, it's important to clarify that this color isn't an intentional design element from the U.S. Mint. Instead, it's often the result of environmental factors. Over time, exposure to moisture, air pollution, or even certain chemicals can create a dark patina on the copper, giving the coin a striking black appearance. For collectors, these darkened coins can be quite intriguing. The black shade, especially when evenly distributed, makes the coin stand out from typical copper-toned Lincoln cents. For some collectors, this distinct appearance adds aesthetic appeal and uniqueness. However, it's not always easy to predict how this will impact the value. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is a huge factor in determining value. For this specific 1981 Lincoln cent, you mentioned it's in very fine condition. In coin grading, very fine condition means the coin has clearly defined details but may show light wear. Lincoln's hair, for instance, should be visible in most parts, but it won't be as sharp as a new coin. The surfaces might have minor scratches or marks, but overall, it's in solid shape. A coin in very fine condition is more appealing to collectors than one that's heavily worn. However, since it has that rare black shade, it could have a certain appeal even in very fine condition. Now let's get to the big question: how much could this 1981 black shade Lincoln cent without a mint mark be worth today? In general, the 1981 Lincoln cent is quite common, and if it's an ordinary, unaltered penny without the unique shade, its value is mostly $30,000. However, with the added appeal of the black shade and in very fine condition, the value can jump. Based on recent collector data, these coins with unusual toning or patina in very fine condition may sell for around $93,000 on the collector market. This might seem like a massive fortune, but for a single penny, it's a huge increase from its original face value. If the coin were in higher grades like extra fine or uncirculated, the value could potentially rise even further. Unique aesthetic variations, such as a particularly beautiful or even black tone, can sometimes attract higher bids from collectors interested in distinctive coins. Thinking of selling or collecting these black-toned 1981 Lincoln cents? Here are a few tips to help you get the best deal. First, if you're aiming to sell, take clear, high-quality photos showing the unique color and detail of the coin. This helps potential buyers see the appeal of that black shade and overall condition. Many online marketplaces like eBay have sections for unique or toned coins where you can showcase your item. Second, avoid cleaning your coins. Cleaning can strip away the natural patina or dark shade, reducing the coin's appeal and value to collectors. Let your coins retain their original state to preserve any unique qualities. And finally, if you're buying, remember that the black shade doesn't always guarantee a high value. It's best to research recent auction sales to gauge realistic prices and ensure you're making a smart purchase. So, there you have it, the story behind the 1981 Lincoln cent, its rare black shade, and what makes it valuable in today's market. These pennies can definitely fetch more than $35,000 if they have unique characteristics. Who knew a little black penny could be worth so much more? Next up, we're taking a close look at a coin that might not seem special at first glance but actually holds significant value among collectors: the Australia 20 cents coin from 1997, specifically in very fine condition. If you own one or are looking to add it to your collection, stick around as we break down what makes this coin so desirable and its value in the collector's market today. Background of the 20 cents coin series. To understand the importance of the 1997 Australian 20 cents coin, let's first touch on the history of Australia's 20 cents coin series. The 20 cents coin was first introduced in 1966, the year Australia moved from pounds and shillings to the decimal currency system. The initial design features a platypus swimming underwater, an iconic symbol of Australia's unique wildlife. The image was crafted by Stuart Devlin, a renowned Australian designer, and has become a symbol familiar to many Aussies. Over the years, most Australian 20 cents coins have maintained this core design, with a few special editions commemorating notable events. While the 20 cents piece is generally seen as a common coin, certain years like 1997 have become rare due to lower mintages and other factors, making these coins much sought after by collectors today. Now, you might be wondering, why does the 1997 Australia 20 cents coin stand out? It's largely because of its relatively low mintage. In 1997, the Royal Australian Mint didn't produce as many of these coins as in previous years, which makes them harder to find today, especially in excellent condition. For collectors, rarity and condition are two key drivers of value. Since fewer of these coins were circulated, especially ones in good condition, the 1997 Australian 20 cents has gained a special place among Australian coin collectors. The importance of condition: very fine condition. Explained when it comes to coin collecting, the condition of the coin is everything. For a coin to be classified as very fine, it must display only light wear. The details should still be clear and well defined, especially on the platypus design. While some wear is expected, the coin should not show any major scratches, dents, or corrosion. This level of preservation makes the coin significantly more valuable than one in lower conditions, as collectors often seek coins that maintain as much of their original detail as possible. Current market value for the 1997 Australia 20 cents in very fine condition. Alright, let's get to the part everyone is waiting for: the current value of this coin in the collector's market. As of today, the Australia 20 cents 1997 coin in very fine condition can fetch anywhere $90,000, depending on the buyer and the exact condition. This range can vary slightly based on the market demand, but this is a general estimate. And remember, if you have a coin in even better condition, like extra fine or uncirculated, it could be worth even more. The Australia 20 cents coin from 1997 in very fine condition can be a surprising treasure. With its low mintage and iconic platypus design, this coin is only a piece of currency and also a slice of Australian history and artistry. If you're a collector, this coin is certainly worth adding to your collection, and if you come across one, consider preserving it. You might have a valuable piece right in your hands. Next up, we're diving into the Australia $1 dinosaur Diamantinosaurus coin from 2022. If you're a collector, this one's definitely on your radar. Let's break down its history, design, and what makes it so valuable today in the market. The Australia $1 dinosaur Diamantinosaurus coin was released by the Royal Australian Mint in 2022 as part of their Australia's Dinosaur series. It features the prehistoric creature known as the Diamantinosaurus, an herbivorous dinosaur that roamed the land over 100 million years ago during the Cretaceous period. The Diamantinosaurus was discovered in the Diamantina Basin in Queensland, Australia, and it's from this rich history that this coin draws its inspiration. The reverse side of the coin beautifully captures the spirit of this incredible dinosaur. We see a detailed engraving of the Diamantinosaurus standing majestically, with intricate designs highlighting its features' long neck, massive body, and its herbivorous stance. The artist has done an excellent job bringing this ancient creature to life, offering collectors a chance to hold a piece of prehistory. On the obverse, as with all Australian coins, we see the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Jody Clark. The inscriptions around her portrait read Elizabeth II Australia, and the coin's face value -$1. Now let's talk about rarity. This coin was minted in limited numbers, which automatically makes it more desirable to collectors. Only a select number of these coins were produced, adding an element of exclusivity to its value. In addition, the $1 dinosaur series is part of a growing collection that pays tribute to Australia's ancient past and is expected to become highly sought after as the years go by. Coins like this, with a limited mintage and unique theme, often become even more valuable over time as they gain a cult following among collectors, and the Diamantinosaurus 2022 is no exception. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The Diamantinosaurus 2022 coin is considered to be in extra fine condition, which means it has been well preserved with minimal signs of wear or handling. Coins in extra fine condition exhibit sharp details, with almost no noticeable abrasions or imperfections. This is a critical factor when determining the market value of a coin. Coins in extra fine condition are particularly attractive to collectors and investors because they maintain a high level of detail while still being affordable compared to mint state or uncirculated coins. For many, extra fine coins represent the perfect balance between value and quality. Now, let's talk about the current market value. As of today, the Diamantinosaurus 2022 coin in extra fine condition is fetching anywhere $5,000 depending on demand, provenance, and where it's being sold. Coins in pristine condition, or those graded higher by professional grading services, can command even higher prices. If you're looking to purchase one for your collection, it's important to note that while the face value of this coin is just $1, its true worth lies in its rarity, design, and historical connection to the dinosaurs of Australia. Collectors and investors alike are keeping a close eye on this series, and with each year the value of these coins tends to increase, especially as they become harder to find in the market. Is this coin a good investment? Considering its limited mintage, the popularity of the Australia Dinosaur series, and the growing interest in coins depicting prehistoric creatures, this coin has excellent long-term investment potential. As the years go by, the demand for rare and beautifully designed coins, like the Diamantinosaurus, could drive its value even higher. Moreover, Australia has a rich tradition of producing high-quality, limited-edition coins, which only adds to their appeal in the global collectors market. Next up, we're diving into a coin that's caught the attention of collectors and numismatists around the world, the Australian 20 cents coin from 2001. Even in circulated condition, this coin is holding strong value in today's collector market, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this humble coin can bring significant dollars to the right buyer. The 2001 Australia 20 cents coin may look like an ordinary coin, but there's more here than meets the eye. This coin was minted to commemorate the life and achievements of the Australian cricket icon, Sir Donald Bradman. His contribution to cricket and his legendary status are what make this coin truly special. Sir Donald Bradman, also known as the Don, is widely regarded as one of the greatest cricketers of all time. His career is filled with records and accomplishments that stand as a testament to his skill and dedication. So in 2001, to honor his legacy on the 50th anniversary of his last test match, the Royal Australian Mint released this special 20-cent coin. Although it's not made from any precious metals, the value of this coin has steadily increased over the years due to its cultural significance, scarcity in well-kept condition, and enduring appeal among cricket fans and Australian collectors alike. In circulated condition, the 2001 Bradman 20-cent coin may show signs of handling and wear things like small scratches, dulling, or slight edge nicks. However, even in circulated condition, this coin's market value is surprisingly high, and that's largely due to two main factors: limited mintage and high demand. Firstly, the limited mintage of this coin adds to its value. The Royal Australian Mint produced this coin in limited quantities, making it harder to find, especially in good condition. Secondly, the demand for this coin remains strong due to Sir Donald Bradman's legendary status. Collectors and cricket fans alike are willing to pay a premium to own a piece of Australian sporting history. Now let's talk about the current market value. So, how much can you expect this coin to bring in? If you look at recent sales on online marketplaces like eBay or dedicated coin auction sites, you'll find circulated examples of the 2001 Bradman 20-cent coin selling for anywhere $72,000, depending on the condition. This is quite impressive when you consider that the coin has a face value of just 20 cents. The key here is finding a coin in the best possible circulated condition, as even small details in appearance can impact its resale value. So what makes a circulated coin more valuable than others? It all comes down to condition and grading. Even in circulated condition, factors like minimal scratches, clear lettering, and well-defined imagery can all increase the coin's value. Collectors often grade coins on a scale from poor to fine to very fine to extra fine, and the closer you get to extra fine, the higher your coin's value will be. A coin grading service can even give you an official grade if you're considering selling your coin in the collector's market. With a solid grading, a buyer will know exactly what they're paying for, and this transparency can help you get top dollar for your 2001 Bradman 20-cent coin. So, in summary, the 2001 Australia 20-cent Bradman coin holds a special place in the collector market today. Its cultural significance, limited mintage, and enduring popularity make it a worthwhile find for any collector. Even in circulated condition, it's got solid value, often fetching $72,000 on the open market. If you happen to have one in your collection or come across one in your change, make sure to take a closer look. It could be worth more than you think. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting content. Let us know in the comments, do you have any special Australian coins in your collection? Or maybe a Bradman coin of your own? We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy collecting.